Modern Warfare 3 is finally here, and today we're going to be diving into some gameplay before diving into the nitty-gritty details of everything that you should know before diving into the multiplayer side of things of this game. But if you're interested in the zombie side of things, then be sure to stick around because we're going to be covering that in tomorrow's video. First things first, we're going to be queuing up for a match at TDM, and as you can see in the top left, daily challenges have returned, and I already completed all of mine for the day. But one thing that they added is that the daily challenges are somewhat unlimited now. Basically, as you can see at the bottom there, it says bonus win matches to earn more points. So as long as you keep winning matches throughout the days, you keep getting bonus XPs and it counts towards your daily challenges. And you may be wondering why that's relevant, and it's because it's currently locked for me, but once you reach level 25, you unlock this thing called Armory Unlocks. And basically, the Armory Unlocks are locked behind these daily challenges. So originally, it would have been one of those things where you could only unlock a certain amount of things in your armory every single day, and that would have been, really drug out, really tedious, and it would have been rather predatory. But since they made it this way to where your wins every single day still count towards like your daily challenges for those Armory Unlocks, you won't be, time gated by any means. You can just keep playing the game, you can keep grinding it out. But anyways, here we are on Scrapyard. This is one of my favorite maps from the original MW2, and thankfully this isn't from the beta. So you guys, if you haven't played the game yet, then you haven't seen this one yet. If you guys want my personal opinions on the game, well, I've been playing this game literally all morning so far, and I believe that this game is perfect, at least in my subjective opinion. Obviously, that'll be subjective to each person that plays it, but for me personally, for what I was expecting and for what I wanted out of this game, yeah, this game exceeded my expectations, and there's literally not anything that I can point out and be like, hey, that's bad. The only thing that I can point at is that the daily challenge system that I was just trying to explain to you guys is a little convoluted, if anything. Like, there's like a few convoluted things in the game, but from like a progression standpoint, I must say that this game definitely exceeds Modern Warfare 2. One of my biggest complaints with Modern Warfare 2 was the lack of in-game progression systems. Like, if you go back and look at a game like Call of Duty World War II from 2017, there is so many progression systems in that game to where 6 years after the fact, even if you play that game during its main life cycle, there's still so much to go back and grind. But unfortunately, with a game like Modern Warfare 2, really all there was like Orion camo and some of the event camos that they had out, like during the Haunting event, and some of the other ones where you could grind out like the Boys camo and that one other gold camo and stuff like that. But thankfully, in this game, between daily challenges and weekly but that's some of the nitty-gritty details that we'll cover after this match, right? But there's a lot to this game in terms of progression, so I'm absolutely loving it there. And on the gameplay front and the graphics front, oddly enough, graphics and performance seem to be a lot better than it was during the beta. Don't get me wrong, performance of the graphics and all that, it was still solid during the beta, but there was a few frame drops. The graphics could definitely, it's not that the graphics were necessarily bad, but on a technical level, there was a lot of times where graphics weren't necessarily loading in. There was a bit of pop-in and stuff like that, but so far there has been no pop-in, and the graphics and like in terms of like the dynamic resolution settings that they have behind the scenes, it just seems to be a lot more consistent. Overall, the game just feels very well polished, and again, we're going to be covering the zombie side of things, but that definitely expands over to that mode where everything is very well polished over there. Zombies, I've been pretty vocal about my concerns about zombies leading up to the launch of things, specifically around the polish of the mode, because zombies in the last couple of entries in the Call of Duty games that have had zombies, the polish hasn't exactly been there. Don't get me wrong, Cold War Zombies, as much as, we all love that game was definitely lacking a bit of polish at launch, and Vanguard Zombies, as much as I love Vanguard Zombies, yeah, that game definitely could have used a bit more time in the oven before release, to say the very least. From the time that I've sunk into Modern Warfare 3 Zombies so far, like, that doesn't seem to be the case there. Like, it feels very good to play, it feels well polished. Everything about the multiplayer side of this game just feels so good too, between the movement, the gunplay, the sounds, like, everything is so good. I know this might be a bit of a hot take, but personally, Sledgehammer has been one of my favorite Call of Duty developers ever since they started creating Call of Duty games. Advanced Warfare, I loved it. World War II, loved it. Vanguard, absolutely adored that game. Between the movement and the gunplay in that game, I absolutely loved it there. And then, so far with Modern Warfare 3, I'm absolutely loving it, and from what I've been hearing online, that seems to be the general consensus, that a lot of people are actually loving this game and the multiplayer and the zombies and everything so far. We'll go ahead and isolate a couple of kills just so then you guys can kind of get a feel for the sound effects of things.
Take it effective. Shake it.
Well, I got the final kill that I wanted to include in that clip right there, literally as the game ended. But yeah, as you could tell, well, I shouldn't say as you could tell because, you're not here playing the game, but it's very satisfying to get kills between the hit markers and the visual feedback and the audio feedback. It feels very good. It feels like a Sledgehammer Call of Duty. Now, time to delve into just some of the nitty-gritty stuff here. So first thing I wanted to mention is that if you click LS, yes, double XP tokens are back, and all of your double XP tokens from Modern Warfare 2 transfer over to Modern Warfare 3. So I hope you didn't mess up like me and kind of go in a bit of a splurge towards the end of Modern Warfare 2 where I just started kind of spending my XP tokens, because now I regret it. I guess the first thing that we'll address is some of the challenges. So as you can see here, they have, like I said, there's so much progression in this game, but this expands over to the zombie side of things as well. It's absolutely amazing. But first, taking the multiplayer side of things, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of challenges here. I've completed 4 of them so far, but once you complete 5 of them, then you also get this attachment, the Jack Raven kit. But the main thing that I wanted to highlight is that if you complete all of the weekly challenges for all 4 weeks of this, current season. Right now it's technically season 0 inside of Modern Warfare 3, but each season is going to have their own set of weekly challenges. If you complete all of the weekly challenges for season 0, then you get this Golden River camo, which obviously I can't see what it actually looks like. I can only see like the icon, but it looks really cool. I'm a little confused as to why this didn't track, because this morning I did get a triple kill with a recommended sniper. I did it on Rust. As soon as the match started, I went in and I got 3 no-scopes back to back with the longbow. It even came up and said that it counted, like it checked it off the list on screen, so I'm not sure why it's not checked off here. That's probably just a visual glitch, because I know for a fact that I did it. And then over here we got the daily challenges, same as always. Right now it says 3 out of 9, which I'm assuming that the one that's missing is Warzone, because as of right now, if you go into it, it says, you got your multiplayer ones, that's 3, and then there's zombies, there's another 3. But then obviously there's 3 that are missing, and again, I'm assuming that that's going to be Warzone once Warzone like properly integrates and the new map comes in and everything like that. And then down here we got the operator challenges. I've already done a bunch of these, as you can see. Like I said, I've been playing all morning so far, so there's very few that I'm actually missing from the game, but basically, there's going to be like challenges like right here for Scorch. You have to complete 3 contracts in a single zombies match. They're all relatively easy to unlock. In fact, if I go over to my operators outside of some certain bundles that were available during Modern Warfare 2, like 21 Savage, Nicki Minaj, Lara Croft, because I didn't go ahead and buy any of those. I've unlocked basically every operator in Modern Warfare 3 outside of the one that requires me to get the 3 contracts. So yeah, it shouldn't take you too long to do that. Unfortunately, they don't have any cool like leveling systems like they had during Vanguard. I really wish they would bring that back, but it is what it is. There's already so much content here as is that it's not a huge loss. Another thing worth mentioning is that if you did pre-order the Vault Edition, you may already know this, but just in case you didn't know this, you do get 4 Black Cell Operator skins. You get the Nemesis Ghost skin, as well as the Nemesis Price skin. As you can see right here, it looks absolutely gorgeous, as well as the Nemesis Warden and Nemesis Makarov skins over here. Here is the Warden skin, and as you can see, they all kind of follow like a similar formula to how their skins look, and then same thing for Makarov, he has a Nemesis variant. And then if you're ever unsure as to like what things you actually own, you can just come over here to like the bundle tab under the customization thing, and it'll tell you, like right here, if you got the Vault Edition, you can just click view bundle, and then it'll tell you everything that you got. And as you can see, it highlights 4 operator skins, Black Cell edition of the Battle Pass 4 Season 1, plus 30 additional tier skips, and then there's like all this other stuff here that you can see, like it highlights all the weapons and the different skins that you got for Modern Warfare 2 before Modern Warfare 3 actually released. For anyone curious, all of the like Black Cell weapons that came with the Vault Edition all look pretty similar. As you can see here, I got the Crimson Fate on, and for each of the weapons that have like a Black Cell or Nemesis variant, whatever you want to call it, they're essentially the same thing. So the first one is just like, it's that cool silverish white with the red tone scattered throughout. And then for the carbon one, it's essentially the same thing, except it's blue. Here it looks good, but in game, when the lights are going and you got all the reflections going, it looks even better in game. I don't know which one I like more. Red is my favorite color, but the blue does pop quite a bit. The next important thing worth highlighting is mastery camos, and thankfully this year it is oh so easy to get gold and all that other stuff. So we'll just cover one gun, because it basically applies to all the weapons. All the challenges are very similar with very slight deviations depending on the class. Like for shotguns, you have to do like 1-shot kills and point blanks, for example, instead of some of the ones here. But the first challenge you have to do is 50 kills with the SVA 545, and then 50 ADS kills, and then 15 headshot kills, 25 kills while in tag stance, which I called it back during MW2 if you guys were watching during that time. I said that tag stance was going to be part of the challenges. I called it. And then to get gold, aka gilded, you have to get 3 operator kills with 1 magazine, which is very easy. Then you have to get 25 multi-kills to get like the platinum alternative or like the platinum parallel in this game. And then to get the polyatomic parallel / alternative in this game, it would be to get 15 headshot kills with a magnification scope with the SVA 545. And then after that, you unlock Interstellar, which basically looks like a color-shifted version of Orion, if you ask me. We'll go ahead and go over to a weapon that I don't have like any crazy variants on, so then you guys can actually see what these mastery camos are going to look like. As you can see here, here's like the gold / gilded one. And then we got the forged one, which is like the platinum variant, kind of, but it doesn't really even look like that silverish, so I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. It's the one that's after gold. But then after that, we got like the polyatomic alternative, aka priceless, which that looks pretty good. And then again, it's like a color-shifted Orion almost, but it still looks really good. Like, I don't know which one I like better between Orion and this. They're both good in their own ways. And then over in the zombie side of things, we got Golden Enigma, which that does stand out. That looks really good. A lot better than Vanguard's Zombies camos, I will say that. And then we got Zircon Scale, which that one looks pretty cool. Serpentine, another one that looks pretty cool. It's actually animated, so yeah, that's actually really awesome. And then we got Borealis, I think is how you say it, but that looks really cool. Probably one of my favorite camos that we've ever seen in terms of masteries. Looks so good. To get these challenges done over in Zombies, it's quite simple. For the MTZ 556 here, as you can see, it's just 250 kills, 250 kills with full attachments, 250 kills with the MTZ 556 while having at least 4 perks active, which, you know, it's zombie, so obviously you'll have that, and then get 20 consecutive kills with the MTZ 556 10 times without taking damage. Very similar to something that we saw during Cold War. And then for the gold challenges, it's just get 100 kills unsuccessfully extract with the MTZ 556 in a single deployment. In Zombies, get 300 kills with the MTZ 556 while as Pack-a-Punch. In Zombies, get 10 special or elite zombie kills with the MTZ 556, and then after that, you unlock Borealis once you do 36 of the Serpentine challenges, or Serpentinite challenges. Gosh, my pronunciations are terrible, but obviously to get that unlocked, you have to go through and get gold on at least 36 of the weapons, and then complete the Zircon Scale challenges before you can unlock those Serpentinite challenges. So all in all, the Mastery Camo challenges are nowhere near as egregious as they've been in years past. It's nothing like Modern Warfare 2019 or Vanguard with all the long shots. It's nothing like Call of Duty Vanguard on the zombie side of things where the challenges there were a bit much. You know, Cold War struck that perfect balance when it came to like grinding Dark Ether and Zombies. Vanguard took it a bit too far, but this is reeling it back in. This is literally perfect. Same thing with multiplayer. That is like perfect. You know, the Mastery Camo challenge grind things don't need to be so extreme. Like, remember back in the day in Advanced Warfare, you only needed to get 200 kills with no attachments on a weapon, and boom, you had gold. And we're kind of going back to that like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 era of things, where, or even like Ghosts, if you want to include that in there, where it's like, you know, it's not too egregious. It's just, you know, it's fun, simple challenges that still require a bit of extra effort to actually go out and do, but it's not something where you're going to have to, like, you know, commit the next year of your life to get anywhere close to achieving it. Another thing worth mentioning is that if you don't feel like doing launchers, which, you know, there's actually not even any launchers in Modern Warfare 3. The only launchers in this game are the ones that were carried over from Modern Warfare 2. The only new launcher in this game is a grenade launcher, but if you don't feel like doing that, or if there's other weapons you just have a hard time doing, as you can see here, it says that you only have to complete 36 priceless camo challenges, this being the priceless thing, which means if you wait until Season 1 or Season 2 or whatever, when there's more weapons in the game, if there's a weapon you don't like right now and you're not in a hurry to get Interstellar, you can just wait until that season, just like Modern Warfare 2, where in Modern Warfare 2, you could skip out on the launchers and the melee weapons if you just waited until like Season 3 or 4 or whatever, until there was more weapons in the game. You could just use those weapons, get the camos done with there, and then you could still unlock Orion and completely skip like a whole class of weapons. Same thing here. You just wait a little bit longer. If there's some weapons that you're not jiving with, just wait, complete the challenges on those new weapons, and then boom, you'll still be able to get Interstellar, just not immediately. You have to wait a little bit for those new weapons. But for some people, that might be a worthwhile trade-off if you don't feel like messing around with grenade launchers or melee weapons, for example. As of now, the game just came out, so we don't have any like 24/7 playlists that are super efficient for grinding XP, whether that be for weapons or your player, but we still do have a lot of fun modes here, and the XP progression seems to be pretty fast. As you can see, I'm already level 18. I did use a 1-hour double XP token, but even despite that, there was still a lot of time that I was playing without the double XP token, and I still made a lot of progress. So, if you're curious about what modes are in the game as well, we got TDM, Free-for-All, Domination, Search and Destroy, Co-Confirmed, Hardpoint, Control, and then we also have a dedicated hardcore playlist. You love to see it. None of that tier 1 stuff, just hardcore, and it's basically the same modes over here. And then we also have War Mode, which we haven't seen since Call of Duty World War II. It's an absolutely amazing mode. I haven't gotten to play the Modern Warfare 3 variant just yet. I'll let you guys know when I do, and I might even end up making a video on it because the World War II version is so much fun, so I'm really excited to dive into that. We also got Cutthroat, Ground War, always love Ground War, and Invasion has made its return, which is awesome because, you know, I really loved Invasion in Modern Warfare 2. I wasn't sure how popular it was, wasn't sure if it was going to come back, but thankfully it has. With that, I think, oh wait, no, one last thing that I did want to highlight. If you have not finished your Season 6 Battle Pass for Modern Warfare 2 yet, that is okay. If you play Modern Warfare 3, all of the progress, all of the time that you spend playing over here will count towards your Battle Pass. So you don't need to go back and play MW2. You can dive into MW3, and remember, everything carries forward from MW2, which that's another thing that I should probably, you know, mention yet. So yeah, if you haven't completed your Battle Pass, it's okay. You can play Modern Warfare 3. You can still level up your Battle Pass here, no problem. And if you're curious about how it works with the MW2/MW3 weapons with the carry forward, it's very simple. As you can see here, it's literally just the ones that are MW2 weapons, they're labeled as such, and the ones that are MW3 weapons, they're labeled as such. And if anyone is curious about how the camos are working, for example, here is a Modern Warfare 3 weapon, the Core 45. When we go over to the camos, and then we go over to the all camos section, if you scroll down, say you grind it out for, you know, like, there's certain camos here that were originally meant for Modern Warfare 2 weapons, yet they still do work on the Modern Warfare 3 ones. Granted, it's not every single weapon in the game. Like, I don't believe there's a way to get Orion on the Modern Modern Warfare 3 weapons, for example. But for certain camos that you unlock on your way to Orion and the Mastery camos, most of those are going to work on the Modern Warfare 3 weapons, if not all of them from what I've seen so far. Not to mention the fact that all of the event camos also work over here. So again, this is a Modern Warfare 3 weapon, but here's all the Modern Warfare 2 event camos. We got the Blood Cell, the Bowing Blossoms, and then we got the Dark Bones, the Eddies, the Eddie Supreme, the Ghoulie camo, which looks absolutely amazing, the Skull Eater, Splatter Tactics, the Boys, Train Car, Vote International, Winds of Ash, like all of those camos that we unlocked during Modern Warfare 2, those still work here outside of the Mastery camos. But those Mastery camos are still in the game. It's just that you can't use them on Modern Warfare 3 weapons, if that makes sense. So you can still use Orion in Modern Warfare 3. So we go to a Modern Warfare 2 weapon, there we go. Orion, it's in the game. It's just you can't use Orion on a Modern Warfare 3 weapon. You can only use it on the Modern Warfare 2 weapon, but that only applies to the Mastery camos. Otherwise, when it comes to event camos and any of the basic camos leading up to the Masteries, you can still use those. I know I just hit you guys with a lot, so I hope all of that makes sense. Anyways, there we go. I'm pretty sure I covered everything that anybody would want to know or should know before diving into the game. Let's see. We covered the challenges. We covered the armor unlocks. You know, everything else is basically the same from MW2. You still got your calling cards and emblems. You change those the exact same way. You know, you go over to your identity tab in the menu, and then you just edit your showcase, calling card, emblems, clan tags, all that stuff. All that's still the same. And in terms of score streaks, if you want to pause the video and just kind of have a look here as we scroll through, you know, a lot of these were in Modern Warfare 2. There is a few new ones here. Got some of the favorites like the VTOL, Emergency Airdrop, Carpet Bombs, Advanced UAV, Chopper Gunner, Gunship, and of course the Juggernaut. So yeah, again, I'm pretty sure that's everything that anybody should know before diving into Modern Warfare 3. I did my best to just kind of like rattle everything off, get through it as quick as I can, but make it as concise and as understandable as possible. If anybody needs any like further explaining, please just let me know down in the comments. I will reply to your comment, and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out, thank you to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and a bigger shout out, thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Asking and Big Daddy Manny, and the biggest shout out, thank you to all of you in the G tier, Ron and Vengeance, and Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.